Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a ranking video, and this time we're going to rank all the Nomad eyeshadow palettes. I have 8 palettes in front of me, so we're going to rank according to the color story because none of the formula is bad from Nomad Cosmetics, so it's purely based on the color stories that I love. So if you want to see all my 8 Nomad palettes ranked, please keep on watching. On number 8, we are gonna rank the Fetes De Provence palette from Nomad Cosmetics. Now, I am a big purple wearer, but I feel like this palette definitely has those yellows and pinks that do not call out to me. I really love the purple side a lot, and this is the side that I use a lot, but I feel like I definitely lack in using these kind of shades. I do not like so much of pink on me too. I'm very glad that this is back in my collection. And also all of the palettes were sent to me in PR except one, and I will let you know which one I got from my own money. But this palette, I feel like I love the cool tones more here, and this side of the palette definitely doesn't look that great on me according to me. So that is why this is ranking on number 8. On number 7, we have the America Sparks palette, and this is such a beautiful palette. I feel like I'm not a big green person, but you can clearly see I'm wearing greens today. But I also feel like these greens, obviously this is a little outside my comfort zone, but I feel like the other greens and the neutral tones combined together, they create such magical color story. I love the variety that this palette is giving us too, because you can take this palette to so many different directions, and that is the main reason why this was ranking a little bit more than the Fetes De Provence palette. But I cannot wait to dive into this even more. This shade all across the eyelid like a neutral eye, it's such a beautiful eyeshadow. I love this one. Okay, on number 6, we have the Polar Express palette from Nomad Cosmetics. Now this is predominantly, I would say, a warm tone, like a neutral palette with pops of blues, and I really love the warm side of this palette, and these neutral shimmers, they are absolutely breathtaking on the eyes. I also love the variety of blues that were included in this palette too. I feel like if you're doing blues, I definitely need a lighter tone, mid-tone and a deeper tone blue, and they definitely delivered it in this palette. I cannot complain one bit about the quality of this palette because it's absolutely beautiful. I really love this shade. It's such a beautiful, let me swatch a few shimmers so that you can see how beautiful and gorgeous these shimmers are. They sparkle, they shine, they're so pretty. Went with like a very light bit, but I love that palette. On the eyes, it looks so mesmerizing. I really love that one. On number 5, we have a bigger palette from them, and this is the Nomad America's Route 66 palette. I love the warm tone side of the palette a lot. I really feel like this is a palette that is underrated, and this can do so much. I love these mattes. Like, this tone of mattes is my absolute favorite. I'm not, again, a big green person, so this is out of question for me, but these shades on the eyes, they look very pretty. I love the shimmers in this palette too. They're not like sparkly shimmers, but they are more satin like, but I do have a place in my heart for those kind of shimmers, especially if I'm going for like everyday looks, for my office looks. If I want a little bit of color but I don't want to be like pizzazz and sparkly on my eyes, this is the palette that I can go for. That's why I really love this one, and this one is on number 5. On number 4, we have the Fairy Tale Europe palette from Nomad Cosmetics. Now this palette is such a beautiful color story, and these shimmers, they sparkle, they shine, they are so pretty. This shade, Snow White shade, is so pretty. This first shade is such a beautiful spicy neutral shade. I love the quality, absolutely. I feel like these mattes, I also understand the theory behind like neutral mattes with colorful shimmers, but I also feel like because there are so many deeper shimmers in this palette, I would have loved if there was a little bit more color in this palette in the mattes department. I feel like on my skin tone, this and this is pretty much similar on my skin tone, and this is more like a blending shade on me. I really love that these 3 shades were there, but I would have definitely loved to see like 3 colorful shades here. So that's the only complaint about this palette, but the quality of the shimmers, they're absolutely beautiful, and I love this palette so very much. So this is ranking on number 3. I don't need, my top 3 are absolutely interchangeable. I feel like it, again, it's just a matter of color story how much I'm reaching out for this palette, but I love this palette with my whole heart. And this is the Chamonix Apres Ski palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I feel like, yes, it is more like pinky purple, green and like blue purple shades in this color story, but the way it shines on the eyes is just so special. I love the iridescent shimmers that were included in this. I would wish and pray that Nomad gives us a little bit more like these iridescent toppery shimmery shades. They are so reflective, they transform any eye look so beautifully, and especially on top of like any deeper base, they look magical. Can you see those shifts? But on the matte, you should see it looks so crazy and so sparkly and so dimensional. I love a good sparkly shadow which is not texturizing on the eyes, and that's exactly what Nomad gives us. I really love everything about this palette. I'm so excited to even dive into this tomorrow when I'm going to office, because I feel like these shades would make such a beautiful and if you're getting confused by looking at this color story, I would definitely see this in more like 6-pan eyeshadow palettes, and you can get some beautiful cohesive looks. But I have mixed and matched this palette so many times and they all look and go together so beautifully. I really love this one. Cannot recommend this. I'm not a big pastel person, but I'm in love with this palette. Now, on number 2, we have the Berlin Underground palette. This is the third palette that was revamped this year from them, and this is such a beautiful neutral palette for grungy wearers. I love the shimmers in this palette. Like, I cannot recommend this enough. I feel like every shimmer that is there in the palette, they are so sparkly, so grungy, they look so elegant on the eyes. This is majority of the palette that I have on my eyes, and I did do a recording with 3 palettes 3 looks video using this palette, so you will see this coming up. I love this palette. I really do. I cannot complain one bit about this palette. I am loving that this palette is shimmer heavy and less on mattes, but I also feel like the mattes that are included in this palette, they are so beautiful and so grungy and so versatile. I love that they included a yellow, a orange, a green, and that definitely can take this palette to a different direction. I really love this one. Cannot recommend this enough. And on number 1, if you know me, you know which palette is on number 1. This is the palette that I got with my own money, and I cannot believe that why did I wait this long for this. And this is the Chicago Speakeasy palette from Nomad Cosmetics on number 1. If I was a palette, this would be my palette. I love the warmer tones. I love the mauvey purpley side. I love this like pop of green that was there in the center. It's like not too much green, but it is giving something special, and that's what I love about this palette. I really love the multichromes that were included in the center row too. I love everything. I feel like every time I dip into this palette, it creates such a beautiful magical look. I really love it. I cannot tell how much I'm in love. All these shimmers, they are so beautiful and so dimensional. Oh wow, it just takes my breath away whenever I apply it on my eyes. I feel like the Nomad shimmers are not great to swatch, but on the eyes is when it performs so beautifully and so magically. I'm in love with that palette. I cannot recommend this enough. This is my favorite palette. I exactly knew. I had no doubts when I was choosing the Nomad ranking, which is going to be my number 1 palette, and this is definitely by far my number one palette from them. I feel like the only palettes that I'm missing from their line is the Haunted Europe palette and the more of the neutrally one, and which the neutrally one definitely haunts me. Okay, it definitely haunts me because I'm a big neutral person, and I feel like if I can grab that on a sale price, I can definitely do that. But those were my ranking for the Nomad eyeshadow palettes. You guys let me know, do you agree with this? Which one out of the Nomad palettes is your absolute favorite? Do sound it down in the comment section below. But that's all for today. If you did like my video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.